Morning. 21st of April 2025. So today's song is Cyndi Lauper, Time After Time. The card is the wild card. It's about the cosmic egg, the universe, the internet, travel, about things going in cycles. It's about ending a chapter, if it's in the upright, bringing it to a positive conclusion. Travel to the object of your desire, be the person, things, or events. It mentions the fixed signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So maybe something is going around in circles, time after time. It's the same thing, never changes, always the same. Nothing's ever concluded. It'll depend on which way the card presents itself. There it is. Ever decreasing circles, going around in circles. It does have the snake on it in some decks, and it is the year of the snake. So the snake that eats itself, Ouroboros. I've already seen it in the deck. That's strange. So it wants to come out. There it is. So it is a never-ending story, unfortunately. Somebody keeps taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Which isn't good. The decision has to be made. Can't sit there getting all wet for nothing. 2 weeks. This is the Mercury retrograde, well, Mercury direct because it's in the positive. Seeing the light. No longer defending others. No longer in denial. No longer waiting to be sure of the facts. Something in the next 8 days, out of the blue, to astonish you that's not very positive. This isn't over till the fat lady sings. There's the snake. This year. So this year is an ongoing situation, because we've got to face some ghosts of the past. There's the rose there, so the name Rose could be important. There's issues with the ankles and legs. This is about dimming your light to fit in. Because of the past, maybe traumas from the past. David, the Jews, and the star. 17. Sorry, there's somebody delivering outside. 8 years, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So the name Jack or Jackie, because it's gender neutral. Somebody putting a lot of effort in and getting nowhere. Slogging the guts out, burning the candle at both ends, and still achieving nothing. And then, all of a sudden, there is a lump sum, a large amount, because of dependability and loyalty. This could be an inheritance. 10 years they've gone for me throat, so that we know that that's important. So why is he working so hard when there's this inheritance? 10 years and it's come to an end, baby. It only lasts so long. Maybe that's why. This is the bird in the gilded cage. They have everything, all the gadgets, a nice house, nice car and everything, but no ready cash. Possibly because somebody has taken half of what they earn. Half of 10 is 5, a change financially and a change emotionally, dwelling in the past. Somebody cannot let the past go. There's the rose again. Not as full bloom as that one, but if you turned around you would see it, or she. 5 months wasting today because you're thinking about the past. The past is over, the future's not promised. You have to live in the now. So 5 make changes, a change is coming. You might not have everything you want, but you have everything you need. So the only important card here is the 17, and it's talking about you dimming your light. Not facing the chaos, losing hope, because that's Pandora, and she left hope in the box. She let the chaos out. But you have to let hope out as well, because from the chaos comes order. So this year may be a bit messy, but hopefully we can bring this to a positive conclusion. It isn't happening yet. Yeah, this is a toxic situation that we need to break free of. Remember what I said, signing on the dotted line. Maybe you can do that now, but still read the small print. It's freedom. It's no longer being used or manipulated. No longer selling your soul to the devil for shiny baubles. 15, Capricorn energy. And it's the dragon, and the dragon sits on its pot of gold. Yeah, focus. Narrow down your options. Maybe you've run out of options. You have to focus your energy on one thing at a time, or you'll drain yourself. A lot of confusion. It's time to move on. Possibly travel across water in 6 weeks. Don't take the baggage of the past with you. Doesn't matter what you've done up to now. What matters is what you do from now on, because you reap what you sow. So intentionally or unintentionally, something you did in the past is affecting you now. So therefore, what you do now in the present will affect you in the future. So make sure it's positive. Don't give up on your dreams, but this is the apple tree. So remember, we don't chop the apple tree down for firewood just because it has one bad crop. We prune the branches, we feed the roots, and wait for a better crop, possibly next year. 7 years is mentioned. Comparison is not your friend, and life is not a race. You're just as good as anyone else. There he is, Aries. This time, he's doing what he says he's going to do. He's taking action. He's passionate about what he wants to do. He's taking the leap. Sagittarius, don't act in haste though, because you'll repent at leisure. Finish what you started. That's what today's card in the reverse is about. You have to bring something to a conclusion in a positive way. You've learned a lot. Now you make the decision from what you've learned. Because it's knowledge, Sagittarius. Hips, thighs, weight gain, weight loss, balance and patience. University study. There it is again there. Mercury retrograde. You have to make a decision. You cannot be blackmailed financially, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically anymore. You have to decide. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. 2 weeks. Yeah, another 5. So we've got 3 5s now. So there will be actions taken that you're not going to like. And there will be a battle. Someone will make mountains out of molehills. Because someone feels unable or unwilling to walk away. So they're staying in the misery of the past. It's what we keep getting. The past is over. The future's not promised. We live in the now. So the only major arcana there is the 15 and it's positive. So break free. Rebellion. Teeth, knees, bones. Geriatric issues. So we're missing the 5 of Swords. There's another 5. Again, it looks like you feel lonely in a room full of people, half erased in this situation. It could be work, could be personal. You maybe choose to isolate yourself, dim your light, retreat. There's a hole in the pit of your stomach that you'll never fill with material things. Yeah, a passing then. And we talked about yesterday, there could be a passing. Astral DJ said in 3 days. So that means 2 days from now. Enough is enough. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. A death takes place, an ending, 10 weeks. And you're going to have to fight for what you want. You can't just sit back on your laurels and expect things to blow over. You have to take action towards what you want. But again, the repeating, your work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Somebody is not on their true life purpose. They are chucking themselves into the material world, possibly chucking themselves into work to forget. There's also hospital doors and health issues, the abdomen and the intestines. Grandparents, Walter, Martha, May, Fred. Spiritual pilgrimage is what you need to go on. Virgo energy, hospitals, yeah. Something is over for definite. We've got 3 10s and 3 5s. Something that was once possibly very happy is now done. It could be family issues. But somebody here is trying to brush things under the carpet, pretend it's not happening. Something's waiting to blur. Arguments, accidents, losses in the home. Trying to walk around on eggshells, trying to keep the peace. 16, Pisces and Neptune. An explosive event. And then he goes back. What did I say about 2 steps forward, 1 step back? He says he's going to do something and then he doesn't. He does something and then he changes his mind. It's you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. But you are allowing it to happen by returning to old ways, to the ways of the past. That's not going to work. Yeah. You're running out of options. You've got to narrow down your options. You're not seeing the bigger picture. Somebody is obscuring your view, but they will be found out for their deceit and lies. It's going to become very, very clear. 7 weeks. So we've got the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Pentacles. So what we've got to release is the heavy burden. So this decision is for you a heavy burden and you don't want to make it. And the 5, the change that needs to take place, because we've already changed our emotions, our finances, our actions. We have to change our thought process, the way we perceive things. If you're living in the past, that's not working. So we've got 4th house of home and family life. We've got Capricorn, which we've got in the cards. And we've got communications, possibly via the internet because we've got the wild card. Gemini, which is Mercury retrograde card, the two weeks. So again, the home environment. A home is not a home without fire in the hearth, food on the table and welcome at the door. Your ancestral line, so the inheritance may be parents, childhood, inherited patterns, family environment, upbringing and the womb. Your home base. If you were born into a rowdy household, a battlefield, you will recreate it in your own life because it's what's familiar to you. If you come from a comfortable, calm home, that's what you'll recreate because it's instilled in you. So Mercury in Capricorn. Conventional communications, strong-minded, constructive, practical, controlled, calculating and skeptical. Mercury in Capricorn has a strong sense of how things ought to be. So do what's right. That's the thing. It's going to be so hard. Because your perception of what's right is the thing. This is your destiny, Yod. I believe that is a Jewish hand of God, Yod. 48, which is 12. We don't want to be a victim, do we? 48. The Ace of Swords reversed. There are some lies, deceit and theft being found out. A person often meets their destiny on the road they took to avoid it, and this is avoidance. you can't change your destiny. It will happen anyway. The name Jean and a fountain could be important. The ancient believes that Yod was the area of fate on your chart, and not a particularly favourable one. Or it's the eye of God or the finger of God. Why they've gone for before, I don't know. It's a triangle formed by two planets 60 degrees apart. It's in the Hebrew alphabet, Yod or Yud is the 10th letter of the Hebrew alphabet, another 10, an ending, which has mystical implications signifying the omnipresence of God and often denotes humility because of the energy is locked in a triangular configuration. So 7 of Pentacles. If you're not grateful, Spirit will take more from you. If you feel like you're not worthy, Spirit beg to differ. They say you are. This is a fated, often difficult, but not without its rewards. It's a disruptive force. There we have the Tower, but it's not happening yet. The 16. An exile. There's exile. So having to exile yourself from all you know, and you don't want to do that. But there's no harmony here, and there is only tension. This will bring about feelings of intense stress and restriction. There can also be a sense of being different, feeling alone, being out of step with others. A Yod in a natal chart can even indicate being the black sheep of the family. Oh, we know that one. When the Yod card presents itself in a reading, it means that a situation is chaotic or will soon turn that way, and it'll be hard to see a clear path. But it will be important to weather through it all. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because the process of finding what works and what isn't functioning, and now will be the time to be scaling things down, paring away them branches, what no longer serves you, do the weeding, and find out what's unnecessary. But more than that, this card is about finding your own truth, even though that truth may not be reflected through others. You may wish for more support when this card comes up, but you're going to have to manage this by yourself. No one can make this decision for you. Another development may turn up, that is, you will prefer to work alone, to retreat, without any interference from others. This card can denote a time of voyage inwards or across water, the Six of Swords. There isn't really anyone who will have the tools to figure this out better than you. So now may not be the best time to take advice from others. Your inner knowing has it, your gut instinct, and you're not listening to it. You just have to take the time to process the information to come to your own decision. There could be health issues, yeah, there we are, that need to be dealt with and solved before moving forward. It can be indicative of autoimmune disease, celiac disease, fibromyalgia, thyroiditis, everyday allergies and other ailments. Although these diseases will not be life-threatening, they could still be crucible of sorts, and a need for drastic change to be made for relief of the symptoms such as to subside. More positively, this card means that circumstances are good for achieving your goal, but you must be prepared for sacrifice on your part, and not just one but several. It will not be an easy path, but it will be a time to expand your focus. You have a desire for greater awareness, which will come through dedication, but patience and adaptability, Knight of Wands, are necessary in making this situation work to fulfill your greater purpose. This is what you were born for. You need to make adjustments. Be inventive. Be unique. Trust that all will work out as it's meant to. the eventual success of destiny and fate, even amongst chaos, self-examination, and the discovery after a period of confusion. So look for lumps and bumps, or you may miss an opportunity. Increased awareness, humility, being shown factors you are currently blind to. Yes. Make up your mind, make a choice, learn to adjust, and flow with the change. A conduit of energy, profound blocks, stop and start motions. It is best not to force the issue at this time because there is fate involved. Just allow matters to unfold because something will be revealed to you. Bringing everything together, answering the call as the ordinary life is released into the spiritual. Ace of Swords reversed, destiny, doing things on your own, standing strong, making a difference. Sacred Union, 27, 9 and 27. Someone is not turning the back. They're stuck or staying there for whatever reason. So, partnerships of all kinds. The Sacred Union is about beautiful partnerships, true partnerships. It shows you that Spirit is listening and is always by your side, helping you to co-create your greatest desires and manifest your destiny. When you receive this ally, know that you are never alone on this path. There is always somebody walking with you. Partnership with the divine is yours whenever you need help. The Sacred Union represents the coming together of all kinds of harmonious alliances, friendships, family, business, and of course romance. No matter what the form, this message pertains to the value of partnership and reminds you to observe the gifts bestowed on you by this Sacred Union. This is a very positive omen. So, if you are halving things, be fair, be patient, and make sure that you're not taking something that isn't yours. Manners, the self, the individual, finding out who you are, the human race. Life is not a race. Your attitude towards others and their attitudes towards you. Friends and enemies, social order, rebellion, social order or rebellion. So, this may split families. The letter M. Joy of mankind and the adorner of ships. So again, travelling across water. Adam, Eve and Lily. Scorpio and Aries. Something stands between you and your fate. Oh, it's the affairs. So, disguised as someone else, so pretending to be someone else. Someone stayed overnight with 3 different married couples. In each case, slept with the host partner before moving on. From this was 3 children born. Carl, Jarl, or Earl, and Thrall. So the nobles, the warriors, and the progenitors, the peasants, rich, middle class, poor. The ancestors, so the appearance of man as always relates to you. Your status, the way others tend to perceive you. It also serves as a reminder that we are all products of our experiences and urges you to take a good look at your own conduct before you go criticising those around you. This rune may well have further implications. It can reveal that you've been deluding yourself and that you are not the person that you thought yourself to be. So when this rune is prominent in your reading, it's time for a reassessment, an examination of your motives and your aims. Why are you doing this? Is it because of that 5 that was missing, that you want to win at all costs? Equally, the motives of others should come under scrutiny, and you should ask some searching questions before you commit yourself to anything. So make sure you know all the facts, read the small print before you agree to anything, sign anything. Don't sign anything under duress. It's not a rune of haste, so slow and steady. If important decisions are to be made, take your time. Consult a trusted advisor who has no personal interest in this situation and wait to see what develops. Legal affairs, far-reaching decisions are likely when this rune is drawn, but there is no reason to panic. If you slow down and look within yourself, it's likely that you will find the right solution. So no knee-jerk reactions, please. Because this union is either called off or coming to an end. So you've got to speak up. Don't let people walk all over you and take everything you've got. You are just as entitled as they are to half of what you earn. Share your voice. Speak up. Don't dim your light. Especially if there's inheritances involved. Come out of your cave. You are being persecuted. Express yourself. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth that is deep within us that longs to be expressed. The truth will set you free. It's time to reveal what's being hidden. The voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through your soul history and growth. By remembering and tapping into and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, but we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call back a missing piece of your home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on this planet. If you have kept your soul voice silent or held it back or dimmed your light, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. And the more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, to speak your truth and share your soul voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Express yourself, share your voice, and speak to those who can hear you, because all it takes is good men to do nothing, and this good man is doing nothing. It's time to stand up and be counted. Where's he gone? There he is. This good man is doing nothing. We need to share our voices and to say what we think without fear of what others say. That's their opinion. You have yours. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Bye-bye.